welcome to another Krystle's Corner. And today I have a local, better known as Miles Teller, who now has taken on Hollywood. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, you've been crazy busy. There's a lot happening. Can you believe that you finally caught up to all of us, right? You were Dana's little brother at LHS, and now you finally caught up to us. You just did 20 years high school reunion.
Oh, I know. I'm still in a group chat. All my buddies from middle school, Lecanto Middle School, Lecanto High School. Those are still my tightest group of buddies, and we make the effort and see each other. We were just texting about, man, I cannot believe it's been 20 years. Where's the time go?
It's funny that you say you're still in contact with everybody because that if there is anything that I absolutely adore about you is that anytime some of your great photos are posted all over Miles Teller's social media, I see familiar faces from LHS, from Citrus County. How do you balance that, still keeping, in touch with people back home?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important for me, and I'm fortunate that when I drove out to LA, I drove out with Rob Kellner. Rob graduated.
With
Your guys,
me. Yeah.
yeah. Rob, he was the best man at my wedding, so we drove out to LA together, and then few short years after that, a few of my other Lecanto High School buddies moved out to California, so we got a little 352. Um, Group out here. And yeah, it's been very important to me. I think a life in show business and in LA, is one of those towns where a lot of people want something from you. Maybe they treat you a little differently based on how famous you are. And I don't know, I've just never put too much stock in that. So it doesn't, like the premiere last night, my whole guest list pretty much was my Lecanto buddies. Yeah, it's wonderful to kind of share this with the people that you've known for so long.
Right, I love that. And you got your started acting actually at the Curtis Peterson Auditorium at Lecanto High School. You
Yeah.
played in Footloose. Who would have ever thought that years later, as an adult going into acting, you'd be playing in the same thing but on the bigger screen? Now, when you were playing in Footloose at LHS, did you ever think like, "Hey, I want to get to Hollywood"? Like, when did Hollywood get into your mind?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I was playing baseball with Rob, and he was my ride home from school. He was a senior, I was a sophomore, and he said he was going to audition for this play. And I honestly, it was like, well, you're my ride home. I might as well audition for this thing too. I was doing the morning show and doing, I was kind of a class clown and stuff, but I was focused on baseball. And then actually played in a rock band at Lecanto. We were called the Mutes. We played the talent show or the variety show, I think it was called, and played a couple shows around town, show in Ocala, but no, I never thought about it. And I was really lucky, man. Beth Beatty, who was the drama teacher at the time, really, she ran that program, honestly, like a college level program. We were doing a lot of great work, and we just found kind of lightning in a bottle with a lot of those kids, and we put on some wonderful productions. And I would say going to the state thespian festival as a junior, at the end of my junior year, that's when I did a summer program up in New York, which I auditioned for them at the State Thespian Festival. And so then I did 6 weeks there. And that's when I had some teachers up there tell my mom that, Miles should do this. He should audition for like Juilliard and NYU, which I never really thought about. I just thought maybe I could get into FSU if I was lucky into that acting program, because that's a really tough acting program to get into. But yeah, I would say end of my junior year. And then by senior year, I was really like, okay, I'm gonna audition for these colleges, and that's what I want to do.
And I mean, you've proven to do it. What was when you first got your first start, did you think that it was going to get as far as, being in Top Gun and just basically being the star of the show right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I think at the time when I started out in Hollywood, all of the leading men, they all had like six packs, and they were just very, in my mind, like very attractive dudes. And so I didn't know if because I always felt like I was maybe more of kind of like a Tom Hanks type, somebody that could do comedy and drama, but I certainly wasn't, that guy. Um, So I don't know. Everything for me has kind of happened in a good sequence where I didn't get too famous too fast, and I felt like I've just kind of slowly put these building blocks on top of each other for this career that I have right now.
You're just on SNL for the second time. What was that like? Did you put in a good word for Dana? Because we know she's doing stand up now.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Dana should. Yeah, I mean, there's some really incredibly gifted comedic writers and as well as performers on that show. But Dana and I both wanted to. I think both of us had a dream of maybe being on SNL one day. So it's great, and she was up there. My grandma was up there, and it's cool, man. It's a big sigh of relief when it's over because when it's
Right.
happening, it moves so fast. You're just trying to catch up.
So you have a new movie that's coming out actually Thanksgiving week, Eternity, and I actually watched a trailer. I love the fact that I mean you never really think about who you're going to end up with when you pass away, right? The
Right.
concept of it is so cool, and you're working with Elizabeth Olsen. So what was that like filming?
We had a great time filming, and I'm so glad that this movie's coming out at Thanksgiving because I really do think it's one of those movies that you want to watch, with your partner or your friends or your parents or if your grandparents are still around because it's a really heartwarming movie. It's very, very funny, but it just makes you, I don't know, think about your own life and kind of what's important and what's not. I think it's a really great film. And I'm saying they better be playing it at Citrus Cinemas because
Right, they better.
I know they only get a couple movies sometimes playing there, and
You don't even open till 1 o'clock on a Sunday.
I mean, come on, what are we doing?
But speaking of Citrus County, you're actually going to be coming back to LHS on December 5th, and you're going to be doing a private session with the students there. How did all that come to be, wanting to come back home?
Yeah, that's gonna be great. I did it a couple years ago, and I've always looked forward to the next time that it happened. I mean, who doesn't like a nice assembly where they call you out of class or whatever it is, get to leave for a little bit and I think it's just very cool that I truly was in the exact same seat as these kids, and it really doesn't matter where you come from. If you're thinking, oh man, you got to grow up in LA or New York to make it in show business. No, you don't. Um, uh, and I can 100% say without the direction of some of those teachers that I met at Lecanto, specifically Beth Beatty, I would not have. I don't know if I would have accomplished what I did. I truly am a product of Lecanto and the people that I met along the way.
I love that you always take LHS wherever you go. I mean, there were photos in it in Top Gun. You really do take the pride of LHS, and honestly, we love that coming from Citrus County, though.
Yeah, man. I take a lot of pride in it, and it's good. So now for Citrus County, it's like home of the manatee. Maybe I can put myself in that same sentence someday. I just think
Listen,
it's
you are the golden child of Citrus
yeah.
County. Do not deny that.
Yeah, no, it's that's cool, man. I'm really proud to come from where I come from, and like I've talked about it on talk shows a million times, and getting that LHS photo in Top Gun, that was actually a point of pride for me.
I mean, when I saw that, I literally had to rewind. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, we
So
just got those. We just got those new jerseys. Coach Donovan hooked us up. We had some sweet jerseys when I was there towards the end. So yeah, I was happy to show them off.
yeah, I know our graduating class was a little upset that you guys ended up with the new stuff, but you know what? I guess it had already been outgrown.
Why see the jerseys the kids are wearing now? I'm like, dang, we didn't have those. Those look pretty
Right.
good too.
Absolutely. Well, Miles, I know you're busy and you got a lot going on, but we can't wait to see you on December 5th. And of course, LHS loves you. And of course, Citrus County is really proud of you.
Yeah, baby, class of 2005. Let's
Listen,
go.
class of 2003. Still remember little Miles running around the building trying to find his sister Dana.
Yep, yep. That's very accurate.
Yeah.